Hello adventurers, travelers, and friends, and welcome back to a Braggworthy Adventures video. I'm your host Rose, and today we are diving into the details on what I'll be doing in Bali. Every month in 2020, I'm choosing one of the 12 countries I'll be traveling to on my Braggworthy Adventure and researching the things to see, things to do, places to stay, and food to eat. I'm compiling this information into a destination details document and sharing my plans with you. After I've visited the countries, I'll review my details again to refine them into the perfect itinerary for anyone to use. Now, when planning out Bali, I used a couple of wonderful resources. Obviously, the internet was of help, but I had some personal recommendations from friends, as well as my Southeast Asia on a Shoestring book, which you might have seen before in my other videos. Now, I'm going to keep Bali's itinerary a little more simple. I'm going to be here for about 14 days. I'll be here before I'm in Cambodia, Thailand, and Laos. This will be my first stop in Southeast Asia before I go to Singapore and then onward. And it'll be about halfway through my trip. I'll have already been to China, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Africa. So it'll be a nice spot to get a little R&R, rest and relaxation. I'll be going to 3 places in these 14 days. The first place is Ubud. Now, Ubud will be the furthest north I'll be going, so I'll want to stay here a little longer in case there's some day trips I want to do from this destination. I'll be staying here about a week. You may have heard of Ubud, Bali from Eat, Pray, Love. Now, I'm not going there for that reason. I'm going there for the gorgeous forests around and the beautiful pictures I've seen others post of the location. So this is sort of my jungle location. I'm gonna go into the Sacred Monkey Forest Sanctuary to see some Balinese macaques. I'm also going to check out the Ubud Palace, which the local family still lives in, but you can see the ornate and traditional buildings. I'll also probably see some of the temples around. If you didn't know, Bali is a majority Hindu province in Indonesia. And I'll do probably some courses, like a cooking course. I'm trying to do a cooking course in every country. They have one at Casa Luna Cooking School. They also have a place called the Yoga Barn where you can take yoga classes, and they have a ton of options, and it's brought up in almost every blog, every book, the Yoga Barn. So I gotta check it out. They have quite a few sleeping options. I'm not sure if I'll wanna go for more of a hostel or more of an Airbnb, but the options had a good range of prices and some lower prices too, like $20 a night, which is really great. They had amazing food options here, including some food options in the middle of the rice fields, which I don't know if you feel this way, but every time I go on a hike, at least partially through my hike, I'm like, oh, I wish there was food here, like a little stand or something I can get food. Well, they've got actual restaurants, so as you're hiking through the rice terraces, you can go get a smoothie, get a plate. And a lot of their food options are very health-oriented, organic, vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian myself, but I do like to eat a lot of vegetables, and so I do have a couple of vegetarian meals each week. For the nightlife, they have dancing, traditional dancing in Bali that's well known. And they also have this cute little spot. It's like a nightclub, but it's actually a dessert place called Rooms for Dessert, which I think for my husband and I who don't drink alcohol, this will be a great spot for us to get some sweets and enjoy the ambiance of Bali. I will do some day trips, and some of those day trips will be to go see waterfalls. There are gorgeous waterfalls in the north of Bali. And so I will want to rent a scooter, which tends to be what people do on the island to get there. Michael, thank goodness, knows how to drive scooters. He used to own one. We called it Roxanne. So he'll use his scooter skills to take us up to the waterfalls, which are about an hour to 2 hours away, depending on which one. Another thing I'll want to do while I'm in Ubud is go to a spa. Like I said, I'm trying to get some R&R here. And I have heard there are amazing spas in the area, and some of these spas offer something called a flower bath, which looks gorgeous, and I honestly just kind of want to get the flower bath for the photos and to see it myself. But they take flower petals and they decorate it in a gorgeous pattern, kind of a thick layer of flowers, and you can get in and bathe in the flower bath as part of your time at the spa. Now, when I'm done in Ubud, I'm going to take a scooter down to one of the ferry ports like Sanur and take a ferry boat off to Nusa Penida. I will be spending probably about 3 days here. That's what they say if you really want to explore the whole island. Now, Nusa Penida is described in Southeast Asia on a Shoestring as you would imagine Bali to be like before the tourists came. So it's very rugged and natural landscape. There'll be a lot of hiking, going up and down cliff faces, seeing waterfalls, checking out beaches. That'll be a majority of what I do there. And one of the highlights to do there is to snorkel or scuba dive with manta rays. Now I'm a little nervous to do so because being in the water with other animals is always a little frightening to me, but somehow I always end up getting over that fear when I'm there, like when I went and swam with sharks in Hawaii, so I hope this is about the same thing. Michael's very excited to do it. They have a couple of hostels on the island as well, so there'll be some nice budget options for my stay. Now, after I'm in Nusa Penida, I'm gonna head up to Canggu. Canggu is like the surf spot. You've got a lot of shops, markets, food options, and beaches. And a lot of people go there to learn how to surf or to practice their surfing. So perhaps I'll take some surf lessons while I'm there. I'm not so certain I feel confident about that, but my husband has been already trying to learn how to surf here in Florida, so maybe he'll enjoy that option. Although I know I will want to spend some good time on the beach and at some of the eateries near the beaches. One of them that was often mentioned in the blogs and things I saw was Old Men's Market. Apparently it's kind of like a self-serve pizza and fries and sort of like nice comfort food place. And every last Sunday of the month they transform into a market with clothing, handmade items, and the sort. There are also other markets I heard like that. They also have the Puratanala Temple nearby, which I might want to check out. And if I feel like I want to give back to this wonderful community that I'm visiting, I can do a beach cleanup while I'm in the area. Now here in Canggu, I definitely think I'm going to do an Airbnb. I already started looking and they have some gorgeous options for like $20 where you can stay in your own little private villa with like an infinity pool and everything. Looks amazing. I also had a friend recommend going to some of the beach clubs. Apparently you go and all you have to do is pay for food and you can swim in their infinity pools and just stay in the area, which sounds amazing. I'm really excited for my time in Bali. I'm looking at this time as an opportunity to center myself after the first half of our trip, catch up perhaps on some editing in the cafes with their internet, and enjoy some time in nature, a little slower paced. Because after this, as you know, in Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos, I'm gonna be moving around every couple days. So thank you so much for letting me share my plans in Bali with you. I hope it inspires you if you're planning to go to this location in the future to know perhaps what you want to do, what you might want to try. If you're going to be doing different things in Bali than I will, or if you've already been there and you have some more advice for me, please share it in the comments below. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Bye, travelers.